All right, we're going to go into the 5 common mistakes people make when buying a apartment. I'm going to be sharing personal stories of mine. That way you're able to get the insights so you can avoid these landmines and not lose money and potentially take a haircut in the future. So stay tuned. Now, this is by far the cardinal sin here, which is not running your numbers. There's tons of free calculators that are out there, or just calculators in general that you can use and use this as a way to make a logical buying decision versus a emotional buying decision. And what this is, you want to have an idea what you, I think I stepped in poop, no I didn't, is what your return is that you want, is what is your cash on cash, what is your annualized return, and then what risk are you willing to take in order to get that. Oh man, and this is my favorite because I made this myself, is using rules of thumb. Rules of thumb are good for just quick back of the napkin math, but as far as actually making a buying decision based upon that, you want to be using a actual calculator to understand what your actual returns are going to be. Is if you're using rules of thumb such as the 1% rule, it doesn't tell you that. And then also these rules of thumb are difficult to apply in different markets as well, so those are thrown out the window. As a prime example, try and get the, just tell me, you guys that are in California, is the 1% rule actually even possible out there? It's different when it comes to the Midwest, but if you're looking to get a property for $100,000 all in and rent that for $1,000 in California, that is actually very difficult to do. So that's what I mean by using rules of thumb. You actually want to run the numbers, and it is trying to do it all on your own because there's so many moving parts involved with this. And I'll just give you a error that an investor made because they were trying to do so many different things. Is they bought a property, but they did not take into consideration the increase in the property taxes because they purchased the property at a higher price, so it got reassessed, and that really ate into their cash flow. And when it comes to this, is you can rely on other people and delegate and outsource for either a fee, or they may even do it for free. And I'll give you a prime example. Is I bought a property in Louisville, Kentucky, and the property management company actually helped with the due diligence. They walked all the units. They helped determine what type of renovations needed to be needed, and then also what we would be able to rent those new units for, and all that was at no cost. Of course, they did it because they wanted to manage the property, which we ended up doing. But that's just a prime example, is just putting people around you. That way it minimizes the risk that you could overlook something and then that could end up costing you the deal. All right, so I definitely should get the hall pass in this case because I'm from the hood, is to not buy in the hood. Because the one thing is, yes, it looks good on paper, but the actual execution of that and the risk and the headache you have to have that's involved with that is just not worth it. And I remember talking to a investor, and they were in California, and they bought this property that was in a not good neighborhood in Indianapolis, and they could not figure out why they could not rent the other side of the duplex. And I told them, as you bought the property in the hood. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, it's gonna be difficult to find a quality tenant, and it's not the quality of the actual individual, it's just the quality of the actual applicant itself, and just looking at it from that way. So I appreciate you all so much. If you're getting value from this, go ahead and like, and then also share and hit that notification bell, and then also comment below with pineapples if you've made it to the end. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.